What's going on, everyone? So today we got to talk about Pudgy Penguins. As you can see, we are down 5.9% here in Pudgy Penguins, and 23% down in the last 7 days, 10% in the last 14 days, and 29% in the last 30 days. And quite frankly, these are all discounts. We're going to talk about where I think Pudgy Penguins is about to go, and we're going to get straight into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's go over this. So what we got to look at first here in Pudgy Penguins, I want to give everyone a perspective that, you know, you're really going to need for this, because Pudgy Penguins, I personally believe it's one of the most bullish projects inside of this bull rally. Now, for one, you got Pudgy Penguins at a Korean film award, right? A Korean film award ceremony. And then you got Pudgy Penguins just at some random store inside of, they have like a Pudgy Penguins game. And then you got the Pudgy Penguins big plush doll here at the NASDAQ. Literally, that's actually pretty crazy. Then you have famous people with Pudgy Penguins. You just have Pudgy Penguins everywhere. You have Pudgy Penguins inside of the stores as well. You can get the plush toys. Asian people love it. I'm telling you guys, they love it out here. I've seen some Pudgy Penguin dolls out here inside of Thailand as well. And earlier today, I was walking by a couple, and they were talking about Pudgy Penguins, but they were from America. But still, people love Pudgy Penguins. I'm running into a lot of people that are really big on Pudgy Penguins. They're gonna have something at the Art Basel inside of Miami, another Pudgy Penguins event there. So yeah, they just keep having events all over the world. I'm telling you guys. And again, Asian people love Pudgy Penguins, especially the Asian women out here. They love the Pudgy Penguins. They love the plush dolls. They love how cute the dolls look. They just love it. I seen a car with a Pudgy Penguins little plush doll just like this one here hanging from the bottom of someone's car. So like I see it all the time out here inside of Thailand. But yeah, Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, and like you'll walk by, you'll see, you know, a Pudgy Penguins on some girl's backpack like that. So you literally see it all over the place out here. It's crazy. But yeah, guys, this is probably going to be one of the most bullish projects of this bull run. So that's why I've been so adamant on talking about Pudgy Penguins lately, because I also want to make sure people get in more solid projects and don't just try to stay in Baby Doge, right? If I were to make my top 5 projects, guys, I'm doing it like this: Pudgy Penguins, pump.fun, Toshi, Avantis, Aster. Again, Pudgy Penguins, pump.fun, Toshi, Avantis, Aster. Those are my 5 top picks here for this bull run. I wouldn't even really mention Baby Doge in it if we're talking about top 5. But yeah, that's just how I see it. And also, there's a rumor going on here. I don't know if this is true. I don't really follow rumors either. But they said Disney might be planning a massive PENGU acquisition at 1 cent per token. But we have not seen PENGU get down to 1 cent in a bit of time. But there's a possibility that it could. There's always that possibility. So if we were to pull down to 1 cent, that would look like us going a little bit below the Fibonacci down here at this red line. But the strongest resistance that we have is right here at 0.017, which we hit over here. We hit it as resistance here, and we hit it as support right here. So I still think, you know, Pudgy Penguins is still good for the short term, but there might be a little bit of a pullback. We're going to talk about that soon. But yeah, let's go over it. And again, a bunch of people are very, very bullish on Pudgy Penguins. I would definitely keep your eyes on that. But coming over here and looking at the prices now, we are seeing some mixed signals. For one, on the MACD, we are seeing the selling pressure is kind of getting out of hand here. On the weekly chart, we've had so much selling pressure here since July, so we need to see some more buying pressure. The little bit of buying pressure that we did get was very small, and then the MACD continued on that downtrend there. So this leads me to think that we're going to have another pullback. The percent R trend exhaustion kind of got stopped out right here. Look at what happened last time. The long-term trend met the short-term trend down here. The same exact time that happened again here, you can see it actually ended up dropping some more. So if that happens again, there could be another pullback, and it would probably look like that. It'd be pretty structured. So I wouldn't be too surprised if something like that happened and we ended up seeing a pullback here on the percent R trend exhaustion, showing a pullback coming down here to 0.017, possibly even coming back down to 0.02 and then rising from here, because there is a big possibility that we already bottomed out at 0.017, and when we pull back we might just stop at 0.02 and then break out. But I don't know, there's a possibility that it could continue to go down a little bit further and then break out. But what we do know is it's going to break out on one of these supports. So we're almost at the bottom, guys. We're almost there. We might have already bottomed out at 0.017. We'll have to see. But again, these are still decent levels to buy. I actually just bought a good amount of Pudgy Penguins today at 0.024. So I think that's a good buy personally. I've been buying and I've been doing my own strategy that I've been talking to you guys about, dollar cost averaging. Buy a little here, I bought a little here. When it comes down here again, I'm gonna buy a little bit. I'm gonna buy a little bit here. I know I can't draw the straightest lines, but I'll buy a little bit here. If it comes down here, I'll buy a little bit more. Personally, I really want to see Pudgy Penguins at like a penny inside of November, because then around that time I'll have more capital to like really double down on Pudgy Penguins. But I don't know if it'll stay that low for that long. So, you know, get in while it's low. It might go a little bit lower, but we know eventually it's going to break out from one of these levels. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's pretty much what I'm prepared for right now on Pudgy Penguins. On the 4-hour chart, we're seeing the percent R trend exhaustion. The long-term trend just kind of started curving downwards. Short-term trend is also doing the same thing. So we're getting a pullback there. And then on the MACD, you can see the buying pressure is kind of slowing down for the 4-hour chart. So we're seeing some slowing down here. If we come to the 1-hour chart, we're seeing some buying pressure coming back in on the MACD a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of selling. So again, it's just going to be a matter of patience at this point. And again, we might have already bottomed out. Like, this is something that you definitely got to take into consideration. 0.017 might have been the bottom. It might have, but we're never going to know until the time comes. So at this point, you know, you can't predict like what's about to happen, but you can predict what direction of the market, what direction the market is going to go eventually, which is probably going to be up. So honestly, at this point, if it pulls back a little bit more, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Just start doubling down and, you know, dollar cost averaging. Simple as that. This is all I got for you guys today, though. Just some motivation, because I know there's a lot of red back in the market after what we have suffered from last week. And now we're seeing some continued selling pressure of that. So it might sell down a little bit more. But again, it could be the bottom. But hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And definitely go ahead and become a member of the channel. I'll go over any crypto project you guys want me to go over if you're a member, as long as it's not no small cap scam coin. But yeah, I'll go over any of those projects and you'll make that money back literally in less than a month. And the membership's only $9.99 per month. And you'll also help me continue to make these videos, because I'm making these videos for free for you guys. You know, YouTube, they don't pay that much with the AdSense now. So, you know, definitely help your boy out. As always, I'm going to be back with another video.